Hi, such a tiny screen the day before Thanksgiving, but here we are. It's me. It's Jennifer, the real housewife of Cleveland. We got Tiny Mugamoo over here. Let's try to get this perfect. Let me see here. That's not straight. There we go. It's a little wabi-sabi, isn't it? A little wabi-sabi. There we go. Using you as a mirror, YouTube. Using you as a mirror. It's not the first time. It is not the last. Just wait for some people to come in here, including Daisy, the Venice healer. Oopsie daisy. Oopsie daisy. Hi, I see 3 of you. Welcome to stream. Good morning, Keith. How you doing, sweetie? Good morning. Good to see you. You're first. Keith gets a prize. You know what you get, Keith? You get good vibes from me. How's Keithy Poo today? Okay, let me go get something to drink while I still have a second, you guys. You're wonderful. Good. It's good to see you, Keith. I'm gonna need your help today because I can't mod when I'm on this platform. So, see any bullshit, just take care of it for me, would you? Trust you, man. Ha! Keith. I'll put that up too. So make sure you guys have something to drink. You know, I have my usual, my Canada Dry ginger ale. Huh. Show on stage. There we go. Maybe I try to get my tablet going. Might be easier. Okay. We're just getting set up, so excuse all the tech crap. Got a Defense Against Dark Art Strategies webinar, so more protective wards will be placed. Yes, we need protection today, for sure. Let me see if this thing will work now. It might fight me. It might work too. It might actually work. So cheers to you, YouTube. Happy day before Thanksgiving. Okay, this is actually going to work. So this is going to be good. Technology usually does, you say. Well, for me, technology usually does not. Technology does not agree with me. I might be a live streamer, but about the only goddamn thing I can do right is push the live button. I usually can't even end it correctly, if you've noticed. Okay, so this is taking a minute. It's taking people to come in. Daisy's going to take a minute. So why don't we take a second, ground our own asses? What do you think about that? Get it going. Happy Wednesday. Happy day before Turkey Day. Are you guys excited? Do you like Turkey Day? Ooh, it's making noises to me. Daisy has flower child vibes for sure. Oh, she does. I'll put that up. Daisy's a unique soul, is she not? A lot of people don't like Daisy. A lot of people hate Daisy. A lot of people don't like me because I like Daisy. So it is what it is. Daisy's a different vibe, and I love her. I actually love her, and she loves me. We're very good friends in real life. And I kind of meet her where she is, and I dare to say she might do the same with me. You say she probably would have had more fun if she was born in the 60s? Maybe so. Okay, choking to death. Okay, so this hates me. Why does this always battle me? I don't know. You'd think I'd probably figure this shit out before I pushed live, right? But no. No, I'm not that smart. You're an 80s model yourself. Were you born in the 80s, Keith? I was born in 1969. I wonder what year you were born in. So, yeah, this isn't going to work. So, I'm relying wholly on my mods today. Going to be about 5 minutes till Days gets here. $19.81. Okay, I love it. Let's go feed the fish while we wait for Daisy, shall we? I haven't fed him yet. 1981. You're a baby, Keith. You're a baby boy. Oops, Daisy. You can be an old goat to me, too. I like them both. Just want to see what it's like outside too. Terrible. Windy, rainy in Cleveland. Oh, your 5,000-year-old wizard said to heal you without even thinking about it. Yes and yes, Keith. Yes, you are. I even did a little spin for you. Yeah, so it's pretty cold out. Check it. Raining, gray sky. Still my pile of leaves down there that the city was supposed to come and get. They never did. What's up with that? Oh, here she is.
La la
La,
la la
la, la, la,
da
la.
la 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 la. Goddess, I thought you were an angel fairy.
Lindsay, Daisy, guess what?
Tell me.
You just got more lovable. Yeah, that just fell out of my mouth. Sorry. I don't know why
I
that falls
did
out of
just
my
get
mouth.
more lovable, didn't I?
Yeah.
You're
And I
gonna get
think
it,
they,
because you're too lovable. Get over here. Why are you so small? Here, how do I get us bigger?
let me see. Let me see what I can do here. Let me try to fuck this up. Hold on. How's that?
um,
Better.
yeah, it is a little better.
A little better.
Look at Daisy Garden. So I was a little
Wow.
late because I had to kiss and snuggle every flower, and there's 487 million flowers. So it took me a really long time. And I have two cool things to tell you.
Oh, excellent.
The first thing is that I've been sleeping on the wood.
Why?
And so I was like waking up in the morning, and like my feet and legs were like a little tingly and numb, and it took a while for my blood to circulate. And when I was sleeping outside at the beach, like I never had any of that. And when I was sleeping on, sometimes I slept in the alley next to a wall,
I
you
remember.
know, and just sleeping on the ground, even on the cement, but preferably the sand or the beach. Um, I felt so good. I felt so good when I was living outside. And it was stressful because everyone's always like coming over. You're like, oh, I don't got any cover. Huh. But I felt so good. So the past few nights I've been sleeping on the wood, and my shoulders stopped hurting. Like I feel so good. I get up in the middle of the night, my legs feel fine. Circulation, everything is great. But it was almost like when I was sleeping on the mat, because they gave me a mat when I moved into this place.
Oh,
And if you want to know what they do when they house homeless people, I literally moved into this place with a bag of clothes and, my yoga ribbons and my silk pillows, and they gave me a mat to sleep on, like a foam fold out mat. That was it,
okay.
$50 mat. So if you want to know what they don't give you any furniture or anything, which is fine because I don't use furniture. But that was what they're like, we have like $100 we could spend on you, Daisy, and that's it. So, but they take really good care of us. Like, what's important about what I'm doing too is I get to do my meaning and purpose. Okay, so the one thing is sleeping on the wood. And then the second thing, I've realized that it's like this magical time where like anything Daisy does, they just call the mental health court. If Daisy catch a warrant, they call the forensic psychiatrist who evaluates me. And then she checks with my team. And they're like, oh, we see Daisy all the time. She's doing all this work on herself. She's doing really great. We know all about her, you know, how she just takes whatever she needs and does whatever she wants. And like, that's just the world she lives in. And we understand it. It actually makes sense to us. We want that world too. And it's like this crazy time where, like, last night I was out with my friend and he wanted like something to eat. So he's trying to buy something and they're like, oh, no, no. So he couldn't pay for it because he didn't have wasn't able to. And there's this register just turns his back on me and he keeps turning back. I was like, he's telling me take that food. So I just grabbed the huge bag of food and then I went outside real quick and I was invisible the whole time. And then I called my friend. Dude, there was salmon. Do you want to see all the food that was in here? Dude,
Yes,
I ate a
I
piece
do.
of salmon. Here's mashed sweet potatoes, mashed potatoes, more mashed. Oh no, this is carrot cake, and that's mashed potatoes. These are veggies. Here's like a delicious chicken with arugula salad. Here's this.
Wow.
Here's the steak and mac and cheese. And then there was this big giant piece of salmon I ate. And it's like all this food. And then I was like, you want a sweet? I didn't know that there was the carrot cake. So I was like, here, have a creme by bliss bar. So I just grabbed it.
Dang.
Gave it to him. So I'm gonna be passing all this food out today.
Well, that's a
Because
lot.
I don't eat steak and chicken and mac and cheese. I don't eat all that. So I eat like raw veggie. This is Daisy food. It's like raw fruits and veggies, coconut. I don't eat like mashed potatoes, and that's like not healthy. Although I do love mashed potatoes and gravy, but I'll be handing all this food out at the projects today. So those are the two things I want to tell you.
Refrigerator is so fucking packed full of food like that, and I love that you're going to share it all. I think that's wonderful.
I'm gonna give it away. Yeah, I tried to eat some of the mashed sweet potatoes, but I just prefer sweet potatoes. They put all this stuff in there. It's like food tastes so good if you're used to just eating fruits and veggies as they are. When you eat other food, you're just like,
It's too much. Yeah, I agree with you. Now, I do love mashed potatoes and gravy too. That is one of my favorite things that I make it quite often. But I think I love.
Yeah, I just eat like cooked sweet potatoes and raw veggies. Like I could go to Whole Foods and get like raw every single vegetable you could think of. They have it, and I just put it all with fruit, and that's my food. And every once in a while, I will eat some kind of meat. I've commanded all of the kings to hunt. Where'd you go, goddess? Oh, she's back.
Sorry, I pressed the wrong button and everything went fucked. Sorry about that. You know me. Oopsie daisy.
Instead of sorry, try this. It's the exact same thing. Replace it with
I appreciate that I fucked up the wrong.
I sorry, I went away because my alarm for Yvette's conversations from the heart went off.
Okay. Is that today? Are you going to go?
No, she doesn't have it because it's Thanksgiving.
Oh.
I'm probably waking up all my neighbors. I gotta be quiet. I gotta go over here. Daisy just gotta talk a little more quiet and not. He's sleeping right there, so I'm gonna go
Very
here.
good. Very good.
Very good. Very good. So tell me what's up with you.
Well, what is up with me? Not too much. You know, I had my birthday last week, so it was wonderful. We went out to that restaurant.
Same day as my caseworker, or you had your birthday the day before.
Day before. Your caseworker's birthday is the same day as my father's, remember? Yeah, my dad's birthday was the day after mine. But Skip and I went to this beautiful restaurant, the one I told you about, huge wall of glass over Lake Erie, view of the city. So it was really beautiful. We just did that. We were still sick all week. And then Muggsy was sick. YouTube doesn't really know that Muggsy was sick. YouTube just knows that I was taking a little break. And that's really about it. My week's been a little bit boring. And I like it that way. Very uneventful, very calm. You know, I did get before I logged in with you, I did get an Instagram message. Where are you at? Everybody wants to know why you're not streaming and what's going on. What's going on? So I didn't realize people were missing my absence. And I was like, Stevie, it's just Mugamoo. He's a little sick, and I've been taking a little step back this week. So if you guys are wondering where I've been, that's all it is. And so I'm back today. I brought Daisy in with me so we can catch up. I want to read you. Can you read what's on the screen, Days? From Keith. Can you see that?
This
Daisy, if you
when
need to do this,
when
I
someone
suggest
is referring to something and they say this instead of what it is, it leaves me with the need for more clarity because I don't know what this is.
if you need to do this, I suggest you learn to master the echo technique for yourself. Yeah, I don't know what this is either. What's Daisy's channel? Let me put that up for you guys. Hi, Rebel Heart. Good
Daisy
to see
doesn't
you.
have a channel, you guys.
Well,
Daisy
your
doesn't
YouTube channel,
live
they want to know.
stream on YouTube. And Daisy doesn't
But
have a channel.
well, we put it up anyways. If people want to know, you do have a TikTok. Do you want to refer them to that at all, or no?
No.
No. She just wants to talk to you here, you guys.
I'm
So
not
take
here
her
to
as
sell
she comes.
myself.
Take her as she comes.
Da, 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 la, 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 la. Where you go, goddess? No, no, no. She gone. It's just us. Oh, there she is. I appreciate you coming back.
I appreciate you waiting and being patient with me. Thank you, goddess.
It's makeup time. I just like to stare at my flowers sometimes.
So they are very beautiful. I will tell you that you have a lot of them. You know, I'm a gardener myself, but I don't do it in the winter. In Cleveland, when I have to bring my plants inside, I don't do it.
La, 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 la. La, 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 la. California says, what's winter?
Yeah, exactly. Cleveland says, holy fucking shit.
Cool thing. That's. And you notice how the connection's not choppy?
Yeah, very good. Did you get some new?
I got internet.
Great.
Uh-huh.
It does seem better.
So my bills are still $56 a month because I just paid upfront for it, the internet. And
Amazing.
it comes out to like $14 a month. And it's high-speed internet, and it's this little box that I could take anywhere. It's wireless. Cool, huh?
Very cool. So you can take it to the beach or on your just out of
Anywhere,
the
yeah.
house.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yeah, so like this phone now is hooked up to it too, which is cool because I use it for music and I'm kind of limited to what I download. So live streaming, I'm like, oh, I'll show you guys something. Yeah. So I have a question.
All right.
What's alive in your body?
Everything. Everything's alive. I don't feel numbed at all. I feel in tune and tweaked with everything right now. I told you privately on the phone yesterday because of what I'm going through with Mugsy. I'm raising my vibration, and honestly, I'm raising it to meet his. That some people do ascension work, you know, through years, through months, through weeks, tune with every single piece in my body. I'm making sure that I'm self-aware and every part of my body is alive and aware right now. So I think I'm doing, I think everything's
Okay,
alive
think in
right
terms
now.
of
What do you think?
think in terms of
Okay.
nonviolent communication. As the check-in, just so you know what my
What is
question was.
my body?
I would like to rephrase what I heard you say. Are you open to that? Not rephrase it, but
Please
tell you
do.
what I heard. Okay, great. I hear that recently your body was like shaken, that they've been through it. But right now, the little tiny cells are very alive and they're energized and they're vibrant and they're happy. And there's a need to acknowledge they've been through something, but that they're thriving right now. And then there's the other component. There is also, it's important to acknowledge that this is a time of ascension for you.
I have to. It's pressured because Muggsy's time is limited. So I don't have the time to sit around and read books and watch podcasts or be self-absorbed. I have to really look at the reality of life and myself and be super self-aware of me and everything I'm feeling, everything that's going on in my life right now. And honestly, Skippy's doing that too. So actually, my whole little family here is been right now is Muggsy's doing this weird thing, which he is ascending as well. Look, he's doing better today, but it goes up and down, right?
I noticed there's a little sparkle above my head.
Yeah, got a little angel glow. For sure.
So, do you feel complete?
I feel complete. You know what? I feel more than complete. I'm so in joy. Yeah, I feel complete. Do you feel complete?
Okay. No, now I'm gonna go.
Okay, go.
And I'm gonna cheat a little by looking at a body sensation word list.
You cheat. You cheat.
Oh, I don't have no body sensations in my vocabulary lists. So,
Okay, you are gonna have to wing it
okay.
then. Dig deep.
So there's a little bit of tension in my thoracic spine that as soon as I name it, oh, it just released. My breath feels like it's going to my belly button. My body feels flowy and like the flowy in the way that like energy is moving through it. I do feel a little bit tight, you know, like some stretching, which is nice that I have this wood floor because I feel like really like kind of like cloudy too, like cloudy and yeah, my body feels strong and head feels a little cloudy. Yeah.
I wonder why you. Ah. see it.
It's also kind of how it feels outside. Also, because my windows are closed and I'm trying to be quiet, trying to be like small right now and quiet because I don't want to wake up my neighbors.
I'm not used to this, Daisy. I'm not used to you
Yeah, I
being
know.
small and quiet and
I know.
cloudy days.
I don't like it. I do
I
feel a
love
little
seeing the
bit.
side of you.
I do feel a little
Cheers.
bit like um inhibited's not the right word. I feel a little
Withholding.
uh no, it's more like there's something in my outer environment. So the word would be coming from outside. It'd be like I feel it's like a sense of alertness and a soft, quiet alertness.
I love it.
Just yeah, that's how I feel right now. And I'm also aware of myself. Like, is Daisy making noise in this environment that's going to disturb? He and I had a yell-a-thon, and I yelled out the window to him. I said, "Brother, we are a tribe. We are a family. If you yell love. You do not turn against me, and I do not turn against you. We are allies. We come to each other to rift resolve and move forward together. We must love each other." And like I had just moved in here and was just like missing my kids and emotional. I'm in a new environment. It was like, and this guy screaming at me, and I just let him have it. And I was just like crying and yelling. And one of the neighbors came up to me the next day. He said, "Hey, thank you for that. You know, he's been yelling at all of us for years. And
My God.
we really appreciate that. He's never yelled. Never yelled. We both know what we have inside each other. And now when we see each other, it's like, that's why I love the projects. You know, the yuppies would continue to be mean at each other and pick on each other. You don't do that in the projects. Because if you do that, then you better be ready to take it all the way. You know what I mean? You better be ready to fight and go all the way. So, which means you better respect, because no one really wants to fight.
Yes.
And I've had people try to fight me on the project. A couple of my neighbors have already tried to attack me, and I have a reputation. I'm not a target,
No, you're not.
so everyone respects, and you have to show up like that. If I called the enforcers, no one would respect me. But I let the one guy, he's like jumping on Ian, trying to choke him. I let him know. I was like, listen, my brother, we cannot let that happen. We can't jeopardize your housing like that. You're not going to jeopardize me or anyone else's safety, and we're not going to jeopardize your being able to live here with the tribe.
Right.
This is where we come together and walk each other home. And I do this right in front of Eddie and the security people the next day, which is what I did. And being a dick took like 2 or 3 times. I saw him yesterday at Target, or not Target, Trader Joe's, and we're looking at each other, and we just like, like we know it's about respect. So we respect each other now. We're not gonna hold a grudge. And something, he's never gonna come at me and my friends from my front door.
Oh,
And
no.
I just knew you don't steal from Daisy. Daisy will always get it back, because you don't steal from family. I know that. You go get what you need in the universe. You take from the big tycoons. You don't take from the moms and pops and your neighbors. And I see her, Irene. She's walking, and I just had this feeling because she had a suitcase. I go, Irene, get over here. So I just start opening her suitcase. I didn't even ask. And there's my package with my name. I was like, go get my stuff right now.
Dang.
And I made her go inside. And this is when she was like trying to fight me. And I was like, Irene, you're going to come at me? You're going to get a hug. I was like, come at me. Come, warrior queen. And you know what? She didn't come at me. She was just like pretending to like standing behind
Oh
Eddie.
shit.
But so then I heard Eddie telling the manager, he was like, "Yeah, Irene tried to fight Daisy, but Daisy wasn't having it." But she went and got my stuff. So now when they deliver my pack,
I bet they're gonna get a or you're gonna get a reputation
Irene's the
for
only one. Irene's
not
the only
taking
one
any
who would
shit.
do that too. Like when it happened, everyone was like, Irene, Irene.
Oh my
Irene.
god. Have you known Irene?
Her and her boyfriend like trashed the place. Most of the people here are pretty good.
Jeez.
No,
Well, I know that.
some people cannot
Yeah.
help it, and they literally need to be shown. And that's why we have occupational therapists. So they have people go in and clean her house. They had these people come and deep clean other neighbors' home care. Caseworkers, social workers and caseworkers, they're two different things. And then there's the life skills worker, and then they have therapists coming in, and even if you don't, my EMDR, it's changing me. It's literally changing me. It's helping me so much. So you don't have to accept the services, but they're gonna come in your house, and if you're messy, they'll just come clean. They'll just send people to clean. They'll do it with love too. They'll be like, "Hey, look, we love you so much. It's okay. Do you want help? So and so." And then they got people knocking on your door. "Hi, I'm so and so. I'm an occupational therapist. Da da da. You want to make an appointment?" That's what they did to me. Someone knocked on my door, offering me more services. I'm gonna call her after Thanksgiving and sign up for whatever. I think they're gonna give me more in-home support.
Wow.
So
Grab
yeah,
whatever you
they want to
can.
send people to help me. Yeah, if they want to do one-on-one with me, like, and you know what I do? I just explain my whole philosophy, how to go with these wild humans. They're still very savage. They're not awakened like us yet, because most of the therapists and caseworkers, they speak my language. They're part of the same starship that I'm from.
Well, I'm glad.
And you should have seen me in mental health court. Like, I was like explaining, I was like, da 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 da, and the judge is like, "You speak my language."
Well, I think
In
that judge
mental
did a
health
lot for
court,
you.
I love California off. Our lips are getting bigger, and our hair is getting fluffier, and our butts are getting twerkier. California is so mesmerizing. Thank you for enchanting Ohio and making Ohio have fluffier, flouncier hair. Goddess, I think your lips just got plumper.
Look
You
at this
just made my lips plumper.
Aquaphor. Did you ever try that?
No.
It's amazing. If you ever see it, grab some, and I do make grab it. And then over that, then I put my lipstick. Look.
Gross.
Oh, you are frozen, girl. She froze her
I know.
pink.
Am I still frozen?
You're back.
Pink.
So we both put on our lipstick at the same time.
Uh-huh. I know. It was my higher self. It just magically appeared with lip gloss. Because I saw the sparkles in your eye. It was like, bling.
There
I
are
love how
heart
whenever you
shaped
fluff
sparkles.
your hair, my hair magically voluminizes.
Yes, know each other.
When I see you, I'm gonna take daisy hair and I'm gonna put it around your face like that, and we'll be like, let's see what the goddess looks like with golden hair. See, it's golden in the sun and it's brown if there's no sun.
And mine is just always orange, neon orange.
Yours is golden in the
Yes,
sun
it's
too.
very
actually.
bright in the sun. I'm very lucky with my hair color. Your hair color is beautiful as well, Days.
We have Disney princess hair. We're making all of the girls have the most gorgeous hair ever because their mirror receptors are receiving our gifts.
Look at what Keith says. Keith says, you don't desire Keith hair. I think you just got a haircut this week, didn't you, Keith? I saw it. You have a nice, new, fresh haircut, so you look cute.
So when I just took out my braid that I sleep in, and I have a satin cap, and I have silk pillows, but not silk sheets yet. And something really weird happened, by the way.
What? Tell me.
$435 appeared in my Amazon gift card account.
What? $435 appeared in your Amazon gift account. You mean someone sent you a gift of that money?
I don't know. Maybe it was like a fluke or
Oh,
something.
girl.
I ordered more wood flooring. I ordered mirrors. Oh, um, okay. I have one more really exciting thing to tell you.
Okay. That was pretty exciting. I'm pretty excited about that.
I know, right?
Yes, I want that to happen.
Daisy has a yoga studio.
Oh, the warehouse.
So
Yeah, I know about
excited.
it.
Okay.
I want you to.
So there's this huge warehouse, and right now it's like a car repair garage on one end, and then there's like a nightclub and a kitchen area on the other end, and they want it to go from a nightclub where they serve alcohol to a wellness, and they want to have no alcohol and no smoking and just have it be like a wellness center. And they want me to be the face of it, Daisy the Venice healer. It's all of my friends, the ones they did all the cooking and stuff at my wedding, and they've been like really just coming through for me. Like my husband and I were having problems, and like he went and stayed with. I think that either he did or they're going to stay with my friend Ricardo, and yeah, they all just
Ricardo.
like have been really supporting me, and just amazing tribe members who I've known since I got to the beach. And they want me to do my healing circles. So we're going to share we're going to have 3 areas. The first area is going to be a cold plunge area. And the cold plunge area will have really loud meditation music. Hold on, I'm going to get a thing of coffee. I'll tell you. Okay. Okay. So anyone can go in and out as they please. And there will be like a big ice bath where a whole bunch of people can go together, and a small one for individuals of ice a day. And I already have 2 cold plunge tubs, so we're already set. I already have the wood flooring, so we're going to disassemble the wood flooring here, reassemble it there, and then bring it back just until we can order it. And I already have the heaters. So the one room is cold plunge. And I'm going to begin by taking everyone through breath work stage. We're all going to share what's alive in our body and what the highs and lows are. And some people might say, my lungs need healing, or my leg needs healing. And we can all like affirm and heal that person with our energy, even if it's just for a moment. And then the next stage, we share our bodies or our feelings. So for bodies, we share in we do the like feelings and needs share, and that'll be like a empathy circle. And the empathy circle, you can also share body sensations, but the point of sharing it before you go into the ice bath is to numb your whole body in the ice. And I've had people, the first time they ever do their ice bath, they go in for like 20, 30 minutes. because I've hypnotized them. So I'm basically going to
Wow.
hypnotize everyone. They're going to go into the ice bath. And then the next circle is empathy share. And in this room, it'll be a room upstairs. So these are all, so like I could leave one room and go to the other to teach the next part, and people could know that they could go to the empathy share room whenever they want. And there could be someone else facilitating, or if no one is there, whoever is there can facilitate if more people come. So it'll be that kind of space where it carries each other and I don't have to be there. So if I'm not there to do breath work in the ice tub, anyone can be like, okay, I'm going to facilitate some breath work. And then we'll have like a thing where with like a script. So anyone can read to take people through feeling and need share in the empathy share circle. And then the third room is going to be heated, and it's going to be super hot, like 110 to 120 degrees. And that is where we do, it's either going to be single yoga or double yoga. So I'm either going to be teaching hot yoga or my craft flow strokes. And with flow, and I'm so freaking excited. They're letting me design everything. I'm going to bring everyone together. Right now, everyone's fighting and it's a mess, and they're going to lose the building. And they're, if they don't get it together, they're going to lose the building. So I'm going to go in and like just turn the whole thing around. We're going to charge. I'm not getting paid. We already had this discussion and they insisted that Daisy get paid. So I said, okay, Daisy's money goes into a garden fund. And it's, you could say it's Daisy's money, but we're going to use this for the garden. And basically I'm going to do my dream, which is to biodiversify the beach. And as soon as I take off, I'm going to the LA Zoo to save those animals. And the farms, they're all and have longer lives, but it's the same thing. So that's gonna be the warehouse. I'm super excited, and we have all these different areas where we can have different rooms. You know, when you go to like those Asian spas and there's different salt rooms.
Okay. Yeah.
Imagine different activity rooms, and one is an ice room, one is a hot room, one is like a feeling and need. And I can show people how to heal trauma. It's easy. It's not hard. The way you heal trauma is you just say, of course, you make sense. Tell me more. Or wait, let's stop here. Let's make space for the tears. Don't go any further. Let's see more. Is there more coming up? And that's all you do to heal trauma. People are scared. They're like, no, you can't do it. It's like, we need to stop being afraid of each other's pain. Yeah. And it's uncomfortable. Like when I hear about Muggsy and stuff, it's uncomfortable if I resist it. But if I think about Muggsy and also how beautiful and how it's a stage of life and a chapter, but why does it hurt so much? If I let all of this come up, I'm going to be grieving and mourning, and that's sweet. It's part of the human experience, and it's necessary.
Agreed. Yes. Very smart words. Very smart words.
And very fluffy hair. Oh my God, goddesses.
Very fluffy.
Goddess, I thought that there was like unicorns. So beautiful. There's rainbow sparkles when you blink them really fast. Oh my God, that's so gorgeous. Your eyes are so
blue. I think they're green.
Ocean.
It does.
It depends on
I'm like a reptilian.
Yeah, they look green now. And
they do change. Yes, they do change.
Yeah, they
I'm so excited about your warehouse, and you and I were talking on the phone yesterday, and I did tell you about Justin Bieber's warehouse. So I hope that you are able to make. Oh, I'll tell him. We got to phone right away with him. But I think you should get a ramp in there for your. Get a ramp in there for your skateboard. Got it.
Let's interview Nikki. You do it though. Let's interview her
Interview who?
together.
Who's Mickey?
My teacher.
Oh, Mickey Cash.
I love my teachers, and I love them so much, and I've like screamed at all of them because I love them so much. So I've burnt the bridges, but now I have to. I'd be
Okay.
like, hello, my name is Goddess Jennifer. Na 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 na. I would love to interview you.
I would. I've heard you talk about Mickey Cashon many, 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 many times.
I go to her coaching call on Fridays from 12 to 2, and I go to Yvette's two of her classes. I go to the one on Wednesday from 8 to 9:30, and she has a naturalizing NVC course that I do Thursdays from 11 to 1. And I'm still too scared to talk to her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
It,
not anymore. But before I would get mad, and then I would yell at them because I was like, "Oh, you're living lies. Market economy hurts us. Stop selling out. Speak the truth." Like they would say something I didn't agree with, and now
Yeah.
it's like, Daisy, it's okay if not everyone says it like you want them to. But
everybody
they're
has
just
to
my
be their own
teachers, and I
person.
love them so much. It's probably why I attacked them, because I'm using disorganized attachment style,
Yes.
and then I attack people who I love. So that's why I love EMDR, because that's what I've been working on.
Well, the EMDR you said has been helping you a lot, and honestly,
So
Daisy, I've
much.
seen it help you. I've seen it help you.
I
If I
specifically worked on my outbursts when I scream at guys, and I
well,
worked
yeah.
on the trauma with my kids too.
Well, I'm glad you're doing that. That is definitely going to. I'm so happy and proud of you today that you're sitting in your apartment and you're being quiet and you're caring about your neighbors, because I don't think a year ago you would have even thought about that. So I do see that ENDR working with you, and you are caring about other people's feelings, where I don't think you would have thought about that a year ago. You would have thought about their feelings, but you would have still yelled and been loud in your apartment this morning, right? So I see a change in you, and it's a process, sweetie. It's step by step, because it's a process, and you're walking through it, and it's obvious. People can see it. I can see it all the way from Cleveland. So you're doing a good job. That's what I want to say to you. You're welcome.
And you're right. Like, what you said about, like, here's how I interpret it, because I was thinking about this the other, with loudness and trauma.
Yeah,
Very,
there is.
very wise. People are loud when they're traumatized.
Well, we want to be
myself.
heard.
Yeah.
We want to be heard, because we've been shut up in the past. I think that has a lot to do with it. Or at least it does with me. Okay, hold on. We got a coughing dog down here. You okay, bud? You okay, little dog?
Do you want to know what's really traumatizing?
Tell me.
When a child is raised, or any animal, like for some dogs, they have this life, and they have to be completely obedient.
Well, that's awful.
You know, like if a child is raised like that, where you cannot talk back, you cannot, like, even anything that makes you an individual a lot of times is scrutinized in some families, where I wanted to be a cheerleader.
Yeah.
And I used to have a thing for cops, and my mom's like, I would disown you if you became a cheerleader.
What?
I would disown you if you were ever with a cop. So the first guy I lived with ended up being a police officer.
I'm surprised your mom didn't like cops. You'd think she would. I'm surprised by that.
She probably does now. Actually, I don't know. And maybe she changed her mind about cops. I don't know.
Huh.
As far as I'm concerned, they show up on people's worst day. That takes a lot of courage, and you don't do that unless you care. and we're all human. So if we're given power over someone, no one's supposed to have the power to be able to lock you up and take you away. We're giving them the wrong power. They're actually supposed to show up again. Let me help you. Like, let's be friends. I will show you another way. And when you, and then you just say that whatever the behavior is, how are you feeling and what are you needing? And let me demonstrate to you some other ways that you could meet those same needs, unless someone did this to you. And I said that to this guy. I went to Irwan. This guy wants to put his hands on me. I'm trying to do my speech. I look at him, I go, yo, you don't break guy code just because you're working. I was like, don't put your hands on me. He's like, I didn't touch you. I touched your microphone. It's a part of me. I was like, and you don't ever intimidate or threaten or touch any woman or child. And if you're making a demand or a threat or feeling angry or indignation or upset, then when you touch, that's considered hitting. Shrink. Actually, he didn't even go away until I said, hey, Michael, come get in between us. He just continued to intimidate. And let me tell you something. When I have a guy there with me, they would never put their hands on me, ever. And if you talk to CIA agents and law enforcement, look at that. They victimize women and children. And these same men, if there were a male present, they would never put their hands on me. They would never victimize a woman or child because they know the male's going to respond. So what they'll do is they'll go directly to the male. So if this is true, then doesn't that mean that they're predators because they're going after the vulnerable, and when someone's their own size, they don't put their hands on them, they talk to them like a normal person? So it's just what I've observed, and this kind of behavior comes from going after the vulnerable. That's prey. If you're a predator, you don't go after the same. So when you have this predatory behavior, it doesn't just happen. It's because someone did it. Didn't be going after someone smaller than you, unless it happened when you were smaller and someone bigger than you did this to you. It doesn't make it okay. And I will just call it out. And you could say that to anyone. If someone's name calling you, hitting, it could be any behavior you don't want. Hey, this isn't you. Someone did this to you. I don't accept a better life. And because of that, I'm not available. You can't do it to me. I'm not a target. I'm not a victim. And, I have no problem letting them know. I did it on camera. It's on my TikTok. Guy's stupid. He was like the regional manager of Irwan too. Like, what are you doing? And of course, it's a white dude. Like, it's white men that break guy code. It's typically not.
I'm not gonna let you bring race into it. No. It can be any race. I'm not going to say that white men are any worse than any other men. I'm not going to go with that, Days. That could be you. I just say I don't see how race goes into that. If men can be mean, any man can be mean. It has nothing to do with white men.
How come it's only white men? If you watch my TikTok, it's only white men coming up to me, and there's all kinds of other guys. They're not coming up to me.
Well, that could be coincidence of where you are, because I just don't believe that. That's just not my beliefs. I don't believe that. You have a tendency to talk about the white devil and stuff a lot. And that's one thing we are going to disagree on.
I know what it is. I know what it is. I know the mentality. You want to know what the behavior is? I'll tell you the behavior. Entitlement.
Well, yes. They're being entitled. I agree with that.
And
100%.
if you don't agree that white people, then we're just going to agree to disagree and leave it there.
Yes.
Because I don't want to have a debate. I don't need to convince you of what I know is true.
No, and I would never.
Where you live.
It's different beliefs for different people, and people need to respect other people's different beliefs. It's not that what you believe is true. You believe something that's true for you. Respect what I believe. Do you agree with that?
It's the truth. And I do respect what you
Yeah.
believe. I'm not trying to change your truth. I'm just
No,
letting
I
you know
don't
what
think
my
you would.
truth is.
Uh-oh, hold on. We're both lagging. Chat says we're lagging. How is it now, Basil? Any better? You know, it's probably because I'm outside. Let me go back inside. And Daisy, that's the beauty of friendships, is that friends always don't believe the same thing, you know, and we can talk about it and see each other's visions and see beauty in that, you know. People aren't always going to agree on things. Hey, Basil, how's it now, honey? I don't know. I see you. You seem fine to me, Daisy. You don't seem like you're lagging at all. So I don't know if our chat is seeing us lag. Say yes. Better inside. So while Daisy puts on mascara, I'll do a huge bong hit. How's that sound? I love that you use the camera as a mirror because I do the same thing. When I get ready to stream, I'll sit there in front of the camera just like a mirror and get ready.
Uh-huh. It is a mirror.
Oh, let me say what Keith says. I like this. Human nature is human nature no matter the wrapping paper. Well, that's that's a nice way to look at it,
Yes,
Keith.
but
I
if a whole
appreciate that.
entire culture is brought up with certain values, then they can develop a personality trait. Race is way more this than this race because culturally that's how they're brought up. And I know how my culture is. So if I tell you that my culture is entitled and my people are entitled, I could say whatever I want about my people. I'm not talking about anyone else's people.
Yeah, you
But
can say
my
whatever you want about
people
people.
are
I
the
just
white
can't.
devil and I decided to be a superhero. And if you don't agree with nurture, then you're not following logic.
Are you saying
Because
I'm not?
we were literally raised culturally entitled. Look at this, you guys. What I know, I'm a freaking scholar and a genius. And if you ask me to explain my opinion, I'm going to. And I don't want to. I want to sit here and enjoy my makeup. So change the subject.
What?
And that was to Keith.
Maybe we should talk to you later.
What? I said that was
Okay,
to Keith.
because I thought you were talking to me, and I was like, well, maybe we should wrap this up.
No, not you. That was to Keith. Like everyone, change the subject. We're talking about makeup.
We're going to talk about makeup.
Because you want to know something? What does kind of annoy me is spiritual bypassing. Like, I think it's important to acknowledge certain behaviors and atrocities and impacts so that we can grieve and mourn and cry buckets of tears. Not to shame, but just to say, you know what, that I'm glad I tried that. I know how it feels. And I'm glad I did that. I'm glad I had that experience because now I want and what I'm here to be. And I want to be a fully integrated human as we transcend these behaviors that we don't want anymore. And first, we need to acknowledge them. That's it. I'm not saying it to shame. And I don't want to talk about anything triggering. Like, I want to be relaxed right now.
I think you brought it up, doll. I think you brought it up.
I know. I was
And you
talking to
didn't like
chat.
my
Like,
response, and then you took
goddess,
it out on a
I'm not
chatter.
talking to you. I'm talking to chat.
But
Like,
don't
I
talk.
don't want
You
anyone to talk.
chat can have their opinion too, sweetie.
Yeah,
They can
yeah, but
think
I
totally
just
different
look.
than you, and that
Look,
can be
I don't
fine.
need to hear it read to me right now, though. I don't need to like keep talking about it. Is what I'm saying. So
Okay.
instead of defending chat, could you just be like, okay, let's change the subject.
Absolutely.
I don't want to talk about it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And my own beliefs. Chat can have their own
I
beliefs.
I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about Keith's comments, though.
Yeah. Well, Keith is a very positive man, and he has his affirmations, and he will think what he wants as we think what we want. And I believe that everybody has the right to think that they want.
Goddess,
So.
I'm getting on overload because I've asked to change the subject. Do you think we could change the subject?
Yes, we can change the subject
Okay,
to.
thank you.
What would you like to change the subject to? Now I'm
Actually, you know
outside.
what? I'm gonna go for a skate, you guys.
Okay, bye.
I love you. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.
She click out. Hazel. Tremini. It's a lot. No, Keith, you are not a problem. You stay exactly where you are. The problem, there was a problem, but it wasn't you, sweetie. The problem was that I called her out on the white devil. That's all it was. She tried to tell me that, white people were not correct, and I wasn't having that. You guys, in the old days, I would have sat there for 20 minutes and listened to that, but I'm not going to, okay? There's nothing wrong with white people. I am white. Keith is white. Keith is allowed to think whatever he wants, even if Daisy does not agree with it. I am allowed to think whatever I want if Daisy doesn't think about it. Daisy thinks crazy shit. And if she doesn't respect what other people think, then we're not going to respect her, okay? She expects all the respect given to her, but she doesn't want to give any back. That's not okay. And I think I just showed that in my stream, okay? We're all just talking calmly. No one said anything wrong except for her going off about race and telling me that I was wrong because I didn't agree that white men were privileged. So I don't believe white men are privileged. The tone was not good. Basil, can I ask you something? Was my tone off? Because she kept asking me to change the subject, and I didn't even bring the subject up. So I was trying to be real careful of everybody's feelings there. I know Daisy can go off. And believe me, Daisy is allowed to go off about the white devil as much as she wants. But the second she says that we all have to believe that, I'm sorry, at this point, I'm going to step in because that's not correct. Okay. We're all going to believe something else. And I tried to tiptoe around that 18 different ways. And I'm sorry, but if you're going to have a temper tantrum about that, probably not going to listen too much longer. And I mean, yeah, we can change the subject about makeup, but you brought the subject up, lady. So if you're going to throw in our face something weird and tell us that we're wrong for not believing that, I am going to stop you and say, no, 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 you're wrong. You can believe that all day. You can believe that clowns run the place if you want, but you can't judge us for what we think. And that's not okay. Now, in my streams 6 months ago with Daisy, I would have sat there and just been like, but no, that's not what I believe. And I want you all to know that I don't believe with that. Keith says, I got upset because I meant no harm. Honey, please do not let this upset you. Okay, that's just Daisy. That's Daisy's mental ways. And when things get hard in a conversation with Daisy, that's what she does. You didn't do anything wrong. She was actually mad at me, Keith. She wasn't mad at you. She was mad at me because I called her out saying that you can't be bringing race into this, A, and you can't say that I believe it, B. And she didn't have the balls to say that, Jennifer, nah, I disagree with you. So she took it out on Keith. I'm being real honest here. I love Daisy, but that's what she does. And in the past, I would have sat here and gone, because it's a lot easier. Do you see that, you guys? And yes, her husband's white. So is she. So am I. Not going to sit here and listen to that. And that doesn't mean I dislike her or anything. I love her. But I do not agree with the shit she says when she says shit like that. And I'm going to stand up for me. I'm going to stand up for all of you that she's saying are doing something wrong. And I'm going to stand up for the white man because I'm sorry. There's been enough crap since Black Lives Matter putting white people on a fucking lower pedestal. And I'm not having it. It's not true. All lives matter equally. Period. There is no one doing anything wrong in any other race. We're all equal. Okay? So that's what I believe. Poor Keith. Can we just give Keith some empathy right now? Keith, you did nothing wrong, sweetie. She was mad at me because I called her out and she couldn't handle that conversation. So she yelled at you. It had nothing to do with you, sweetie. Well, Basil, of course. Of course. Let's just remember she's white. Her children are white. You know, it's it doesn't make any sense to me. It's something that she repeats all the time that usually I would be calm and quiet about. But I don't, I can be Daisy's friend and I don't feel I'm challenging her. I can still be Daisy's friend and disagree with her, okay? Because I don't agree with any of that stuff. I don't think she should be stealing from the stores or big corporations. I mean, I sat around this morning and I wanted to say something then and I didn't. No, I'm sorry. You don't steal. I walk my talk. I don't steal. Okay, I don't steal. I don't care if Trump has a big corporation or a little mom and pop store has a little store. I don't see the difference. I don't steal. I don't cut in line in front of other people. I don't make race an issue ever. Nor should it be. I think that shows shallowness and I think it shows ignorance. And I'm not going to have it. I'm not going to have it be put at me and I'm not going to be have it thrown at my chat. So yes, Daisy is my friend and I love her, but she does have some issues mentally that do not allow her to see the reality of what's going on, and it doesn't allow her to calmly discuss how other people don't believe what she does. So there's that. Okay, we have nothing bad to say about Daisy here. Daisy is struggling, and let's just leave it at that. Let's take a big breath. She just texted me and she said, Goddess, I'm going to my yoga and I'm going to go try to chill out. Well, it was a joke. And I was okay, I'm going to put this up. Daisy's fifth broken metatarsal says, you scared me when you joked about her stealing the Aquaphor. And that was a joke. I'm an adult woman. I do try to talk to her like in reality, and I'll try to say things like that to her to bring up that situation so I can talk to her about it. Okay. So no, I disagree with stealing. I disagree with what, she said the other day, how when she goes into the stores and cuts in line in front of people, like, I was floored. Like, who the fuck do you think you are? If somebody cut in front of me and I'm standing there, I don't like it. She just talked about yuppies today, how she hates yuppies. She's talking about me. I'm a yuppie. She just talked about how she paid her rent with her EBT card or whatever today. Who do you think's paying that? Us, the yuppies that pay our bills. So I don't think she really can think this through all the way, you guys. Her brain goes in one direction. And, when she starts talking about freeing the zoo animals, what am I supposed to do? Say, no, Daisy, you can't free the zoo animals. That's stupid. Well, if I do that, then I'm going to get the same reaction that we just got. And all I did was say, Days, I don't believe that you should bring race into that. And she full on went off and couldn't get it back. So you guys have to understand where Daisy's is at, okay? She may be getting better and she may take 1 or 2 steps forward, but she will take a step back too. I think we all saw that today. Um, I love her, but I'm not going to let her tell me who I am on my stream. She's done that hundreds of times before, and we are going to let that be 101. Okay. I don't believe in anything she talks about. I simply love her as a friend, and I'm trying to be a stable person for her so she can see the right things to do. And when she goes off on these long tangents about bullshit, yeah, a lot of time I'll sit there, but I'm thinking, what the fuck, man? I want to speak up and say something, but if I do, then I'm the asshole because she's mentally ill. Okay, I'm not her therapist and I'm not her mom. She's 44 years old. She should know better. So I'm in a unique position. Today I took it a little further, didn't I? I stuck up for myself, and I think that that was the right thing for me to do. Um, I knew I was hurting my friend doing that. I knew that she wanted me to shut up and let her talk about the white devil, but I wasn't going to do that today, okay? Um, yeah, I don't want her stealing. And I've talked to her privately about this before. And when I do talk to her, she says she doesn't believe in stealing and she's allowed to take whatever she wants. So when I make a little joke about the aquifer, I'm trying to get into that conversation where I can talk to her and tell her that it's not right. And maybe that's why she's having a problem getting her children back. Okay. I'm trying to be very, very, it's a unique situation for me. You guys can think whatever you think and you can scream at the thing. I have to be a little careful because this is my mentally ill friend that I actually love. And I actually do want her to do better. And I don't want her just to like get upset with something I say to her that is right, by the way, and have her dip out. I actually want her to hear it sometimes and learn. But I don't think that really gonna happen. Yeah, daisies. It is. It's one of the big reasons put that up. It's a hard place for me to be in, okay? So it's kind of like, do I let myself sit here and look like a cult member asshole just so I can give her a safe space to get this out? Or am I enabling her? Okay. I used to think the opposite. I used to think I was a safe space for her. And if I was just quiet, that everybody would know that I didn't agree with her shit. Then I realized people thought I did agree with her shit and I was being a cult member. I do not agree with any of it. So I started talking to her privately on the phone about these things I disagreed with her with. And it was very hard. Yes, that wasn't the reason, but it was one of the big reasons for me. Okay. What it is for me is I am very authentic. I want to be authentic. I want to be real. I want to be in the moment. I want to be like, this is what's going on. And believe me, I can do, a hair flip and I can play and I can be silly and be like, scuba doob all day long. But let's be real. I'm 56 years old. She's 44. Let's like get it together a little bit. I'm not going to let you sit here and talk about the white devil and stealing and the zoo animals. I was sitting there going, no, 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 we're not going to release the zoo animals. You maniac. We're leaving the zoo animals where they are. I don't even know what to say right now. 17 in chat. I don't even know what to say. But Keith, what you don't understand is this has been an ongoing conversation for what, 2.5 years, Basil? So, I mean, it's a little rough. I don't know why she would get so upset by me saying I don't agree. I would think as a grown woman in her situation, she would come across people all the time that disagree with her. Isn't that what love and light and ascending is? Is listening to people that you don't agree with and kind of being quiet and then maybe talking to them in the right way? I don't know. Because I don't think it is getting upset and saying, we change the subject. I don't think that's the way. I don't. So if I'm told to do that, I'm probably going to check out pretty quick because I feel like I'm a kid being yelled at, and I don't like that. And then I also don't like when someone tells me, well, I know it's right and you don't. So we'll just change the subject. And I even tried to talk about that. No, that's you're not going to tell me I'm wrong and you're frustrated. That's why we're stopping the conversation. You're stopping the conversation because you don't want to have a real conversation. I'm willing to have it. So I'm frustrated. It's hard for me. It's hard for me when her and I have these private conversations alone. It gets like this, you guys. I don't like people think we mean harm when we don't, or we are not. Yes, Keith. And you meant no harm, sweetie. You did nothing wrong. I meant no harm. I did nothing wrong. If anybody did anything wrong, it was her, okay? She did attack me after I told her I didn't agree with her feelings. There's no reason for her to act like that towards me. And then there was no reason for her to act like that towards you, Keith. Okay? None. I do believe she used you, Keith, as an excuse. She was just upset with me. You know, she doesn't even care about chat. She doesn't. She doesn't. She'd prefer that I didn't talk to chat and then didn't put it up. And that was it. That was probably making her mad too. She just wants to go off on a tangent and listen. And then the second someone doesn't agree with her, she'll make them look or feel bad. And I'm not going to have that. Just because I disagree with her doesn't mean I'm wrong. Okay. I disagree with bringing race into anything. I disagree with her saying the white devil. I disagree with her saying that when I said that I was wrong and she knew it was right. She was just, going to let me be. That's not okay. And that's not nice. And that's not okay what she said to Keith. If she doesn't like chat, why does she go live? Well, she goes live for different reasons than anybody else in the world, doesn't she, Basil? She goes live to make us hear her and maybe change our minds to believe her rhetoric. That is why she goes live. She doesn't go live to hear us, hear other people's feelings, get help. I used to think she did, but I think the more I get to know her, she just wants to be heard. Look, when I used to start watching Daisy, and I don't know about you guys, what do you guys think? Like, I was talking to Skip about this the other day. When I used to start watching Daisy, what, 2, 3 years ago, and I didn't know her, it was all goddess, love, healing, healing. Daisy that is healer, spiritual, singing, happiness, floating around. And then it's recently I've noticed every time I see her on camera, she's yelling at someone. She's very angry. She's never happy. No one's ever right but her. There's a lot of anger. There's a lot of judgment on how the rest of us live our life if it's not like her. And look, she's living a very different lifestyle. If I can sit here in my Victorian home in Ohio and accept her lifestyle, she damn well better accept mine. But if I'm not feeling like I'm being treated equal and if I'm feeling like I'm being yelled at for my beliefs, no. I can still love her from over here in Cleveland, you guys. I don't need to do that. And Basil says she's not authentic and she's full of contradictions. That is true, Basil. That is true. But that doesn't stop me from loving her as a friend. So what do I do with that? And that's a real question. I really don't know the answer to that. And I really don't even know how to handle this friendship going on. You know, there were reasons in the past week I didn't stream with her. And this was one of them because I knew that I wasn't going to be able to sit back and be quiet when she did say these things and when she did make me feel a certain way, okay? She doesn't mean to make me feel that way. You guys think she's being mean to me. She has no concept in the world that she's being mean to me, okay? I know it. You know it because we see it. She doesn't. So her intent is not to be mean to me. And I get that. And I have to meet this girl where she is at least there. Okay. So what do? Ah, I don't know. I love her from afar. I tell her, I try to talk to her as a woman. I'll try to tell her, look, you can't talk to people like that. Days just like the same way you can't cut in front of people in line at Irwan. Just the same reason you can't talk about the white devil when you're white. Can't. You say, Jen, she doesn't treat you well. May I ask why you love her now? I don't think she's treating me badly on purpose. I think she treats me better than she treats anybody in the world. And that is sad. And I see that. And I see that that's real. Um, she doesn't know better. I'm not making excuses for her, but I think that's the reality. I don't think she knows better. I don't know why she doesn't know better. I tell her it is wrong. I just told her on fucking live stream that is wrong. Um, I don't know, because I am an authentic person, because I am that girl, because I really do love her heart. She didn't mean that to hurt me. She really believes that I believe that with her when I'm talking to her. Yeah, she really believes in her head. And I gotta fucking be very careful about how I rip that apart from her. So, I don't know. Why do I love her? Because that's who I am. Because that's who I am. Because I'm not an asshole. And I really do see her mental issues and I see her trying. And I think her priorities are fucked and her ideas are fucked and she's fucked in that way. But I do believe she loves me. Like I believe she loves Mary. I believe she loves her kids, but she ain't willing to do. Look, and here's a great point I can make to you right now. If she's not willing to change her ideals right now to see her children, she certainly ain't gonna do it for me on my live stream. You feel me there, you guys? Like she can't even get it together to go see her kids for Thanksgiving. She certainly can't get the conversation right for me, Jennifer in Cleveland, who doesn't even really know. Okay. It's a lot. It's a lot. Let's just bring the reality to all that. Do you remember that she had this same fight with John Allgood? What was it? Not last summer, the summer before. Do you remember when she was living in her temple and she had a whole big speech about the white devil? And she had all these white people in her temple going, yes, yes, yes. And I was sitting there in front of my TV going, what the fuck? And then John Allgood said, Daisy, what the fuck? And she said, John, get the fuck out of my temple. If you're not going to believe that you're a white man and you're privileged and she gave him a whole spiel of bullshit. And she's white. So I don't understand that, you guys. It's kind of like when IBL goes back to gang stalking and people are going to throw acid in his face. If you know what I'm talking about, you know. I think it's a mental illness. I don't know. And I don't know what to do about it. I'm not going to be an asshole to her and be like, fuck you, man. You know, fuck you. I'm not going to do that because I realize she's sick and I do love her and I know she loves me. But I also realize that maybe I can't live stream with her. I was avoiding it last week, and Basil, you know that. Because Basil, you and I had that conversation about trans people and Rebecca a few days ago, right? Where did that stream go? That stream got taken down because I played the Beatles. I was able to take the Beatles out of there. They still won't play that 4.5 hour stream that I think a lot of good shit was said. YouTube won't play it. I really wanted that to be shown because I thought it said a lot of good things of my beliefs and what Basil and I were talking about. And it showed my concerns about streaming with Daisy. And those concerns came to a head here today, which is if you don't believe what Daisy believes, she's going to make you believe it or she's going to pretend you believe it for her own sake, period. End of sentence, done. She may pretend to ask how I care and this and that about Muggsy, and she does. She does to a certain point. But it's more important to her to go off on me about the white devil, I feel like. That makes her feel better. I don't know why. And I don't pretend to understand it. And I don't even pretend to understand why I even want to still be friends with her, but I do. And I love her. And I hope she gets better. And I hope maybe this maybe she'll, at 44 years old, go to her yoga class today, if that's even where she's going. And think, wow, that conversation didn't go as usual. And I do love Jennifer, and she challenged me. And not to be like a debate, but like, no, you're not going to say what I'm thinking, you know? She's done that plenty with me in the past, and I've let that happen in the past. I'm not going to let that happen anymore in the future. And that doesn't mean I'm done with her. That doesn't mean I won't stream with her. It just means I don't believe that shit. And I believe she should not believe that shit. And I believe she needs to get her priorities straight and stop believing that shit so she can go see her kids. Okay? You want to know? Break it down. That's what I really believe. And that's what I tell her to her face. And when I tell her to her face this privately, I get goddess, goddess, goddess. I can't, you know. So there's a lot with that. Fuck. You know, with the Aquaphor joke, I was trying to lead into a conversation about stealing with her. I was actually trying to get into a conversation about that with her. And she didn't take the bait. And I made myself look bad, right? Because someone confused that and thought that I might be telling her to go steal, which I would never tell Daisy that. I would tell her the opposite, y'all. But how do I get into a conversation with this woman about actual truth and authenticity? How do I do that? Because every time I do, it goes like this. So I try these little tactics. I try to live stream it. I try to fluff my hair with her and then have a real conversation. I don't know what to do. You tell me. You tell me, YouTubers, what the fuck would you do? And it does hurt me. I don't have a friend on my channel to see her feel uncomfortable. And that's what she did. She felt uncomfortable. But first, she made me and Keith feel uncomfortable, right? And she made me and Keith feel like our thoughts weren't our own or they weren't correct. And I'm not having that. Okay? It's just that simple. And I hope I wasn't mean about it. I hope that I was sweet about it because I tried really hard to be. And yes, Keith, and that's why I didn't put your statements up there because she didn't know what you were talking about and I did. And I saw you keep clarifying it down below. I'm talking about her stealing. I'm talking about her stealing. I knew if I put that up, she'd yell at you, Keith. She wouldn't say, well, I have to steal because I'm homeless. She wouldn't say that because that's not true. She gets money. She doesn't have to steal. Why does she steal? Because she is privileged. She is the privileged one. She thinks she's allowed. Who does she think she is? Okay. So I was being real careful not to set her off to have her attack chat. It's a lot going on for me here. I'm not Daisy's mom. Okay. I'm nobody's mom. And that's what I felt like just happened. I felt like I was live streaming, being her mom, trying to let her have her authenticity while still having mine and still protecting my chat. And still keeping a friend and still doing the right thing. So I don't know, y'all. Went about 10 different ways here today. What does Skip say about her? What do you think he says about her? You know what he says about her. You know what Skip says about her. Daisy's wheelchair. She says, quote, who does she think she is? Well, she literally thinks she's a superhero princess. Okay, let's go there. Because when I first met her, I thought, oh, how cute, how fun, how sweet, how organically innocent. I didn't know it was a mental illness, and she really believed that, okay? I didn't know that for the first year I was watching her, and I certainly didn't know it for the first year I was friends with her and talking to her. I'm going to give you guys an example here. I'm going to let you in on a little inside goddess circle shit here. The first private phone call I ever had with Daisy, we had talked online, we had talked in the chat, but she was like, Goddess, I'm going to call you. I'm like, okay. So we had a private phone call. The first phone conversation I ever had with her, it was kind of like this stream today. And I was trying to talk to her, like, hey, what's going on? How are you? And she was like, well, you know about P. Diddy, right? And I was like, what? She's like, well, you know that P. Diddy's going to jail, right? And I was like, yeah. This was our private phone conversation, us getting to know each other. And she was like, well, can you, as a goddess, contact him and get all his billions of money before he goes to prison so we can use it for the love-a-thon? This was my private first phone call with her. And I was like, wait, what? How are you? What's up? She's like, no, really. Can you really contact P. Diddy? And so that was like, she really believes this stuff, you guys. Okay. So it's a fine line I'm walking here. I can't be mean to her because she's mentally ill. I care about her, whether she's mentally ill or not. I care about her well-being and her welfare. I don't know why. Somehow our souls did connect in a friendship. We don't agree on anything, but she has in her mind that she thinks I do. I've always disagreed with her. But if she talks to Joe on the street corner, who she's never met before, she will say the same things today as she said to you and me. Exact. Just like IBL will repeat the same things he does in his streams about the gang members coming for him and putting acid in his face. I can only compare it in the same way because that's all I see. She refers back down to that a lot. When a real conversation starts happening, maybe she gets triggered by the reality of it and she goes down to that. In the past, I would have sat there and laughed and let her. I couldn't do it today, not when she was telling me I was wrong. I wasn't going to do that. I was not when she was telling me Keith was wrong. Okay. She can be wrong about a million things all day, and I'm not going to say, Daisy, you're wrong. The way you're thinking is wrong. I would never do that. But she just did that to us. Okay. So I'm going to protect myself. I'm protect y'all. And I'm still going to protect her. Maybe I need to protect her by not streaming with her. Maybe it is enabling me streaming with her. And that is my fear. That was my fear that me playing with her like this on camera, she would take seriously. I'll play with you all day. Any of you can come on my live stream. We will hair flip. We will talk shit all day. We'll be like, hee, tika. But when it comes down to it, we're going to talk authentically and what we believe. We're going to be real. We're not going to make other people feel bad. It's very important to me. And that's what love and light and ascension and real goddesses are about. Okay. I don't believe I'm a goddess on any level, nor have I ever. She calls everybody that. Sometimes it'll fall out of my mouth with her because we're talking. Sorry, I'm gonna say this, but I'm more of a goddess than she'll ever be, than she ever has been. I hope that she can ascend to somewhat of my level someday. Because she's the one looking down on people all the time, and that is hurting her real life. And that hurts me watching her being her friend. You think I don't tell her, Daisy, stop your shit. Talk to your kids, talk to your mom. You know what she says to me? She yells at me. So I stop. She says to me, goddess, I will never stop what I'm doing and nobody will change me. And I shouldn't have to change what I'm doing to see my kids. If I want to stand on the street corner and tell my speeches, then I will do that. And I'll say, well, why are your speeches important, Daisy? I thought your children were. Stop doing your speeches and see your kids. No, I shouldn't have to do that. My speeches are just as important. You want to know what, chat? No, they're not. And I don't think that's cool. Okay. If someone told me, Jennifer, you cannot see Muggsy until you do this, and this, and you're not going to like it. Do you know I would do all those things and 10 more? I would run naked through the streets, shave my head bald. I would do speeches like Daisy on the corner if needed to see my child, Muggsy. So I don't understand it. And I do feel after this went left today that if I streamed with her again, I would be enabling her. I don't think she's able to sit on a stream with me, be real, and have fun and joke around to the point where I feel safe. Not, and don't get me wrong, I'm not scared of her. Safe, like I'm not enabling her. I'm a bad person if I'm enabling her and wasting her time when she should be spending it actually getting better and getting to a point where she should see her kids. Look, I got my shit together. Some of you may not think so, but I can go on the YouTube and act like a fool, okay? And then I still go on and do all the right things. We pay our bills, we rake our lawn, we clean the floor. I don't understand it, and I never will. Hmm. Hi, Sluggos girl. Such a pleasure to see you in my chat. Sluggos girl, you guys, is she's in Steve's chat. Everybody go subscribe to at Steve's Alive. When I first started streaming with Daisy, and then Daisy and I had a fight, I opened a page in a clips channel. It was called Daisy the Venice Menace. And it was clips making fun of Daisy, and they were great clips and they were funny clips. I wish I would have left it up. She knows about it. She's asked me to make numerous clips channel of her when we were friends. She wants that attention, and I did that for her. But at that time, I didn't want people to know that I was the Venice Menace, okay? Because I was keeping that chill. But Sluggo's girl down there, she saw right through it all, and I'm gonna give her credit for that. Do I feel intimidated by her a little bit? No, I do not. But when you can see that, and I can even see it in my streams because I'm looking at myself, I'm looking in a mirror. And when she's like getting nervous and she's saying, Goddess, 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 and I go like this, okay, okay, even like today, okay. I may look intimidated, but what I'm trying to do is not trigger it, not to fucking poke that mental illness, not to poke that beast. I don't want her to lose her shit on my stream. I didn't want to see that happen to Daisy. I didn't want to see her get upset. No, she wants to talk about the white devil and all that. I would have let her probably do that had she not said that I should have believed it or that my chat. I don't even remember how it went down, but something triggered me that she made me and my chat feel like we had to agree with her. And it should have been as simple as me saying, no, we don't agree that. And she should have said, yes, exactly. And then us women would have gone on with an adult women conversation, whether she wanted to talk about, squashing fruity pebbles with her ass. I don't even care at this point what she wants to talk about. It's just like, can you just be real for 5 minutes, babe? And no, she can't. So I don't feel intimidated by her, but what you're seeing that looks like intimidation is me being real careful not to embarrass her or not to for me to act like she's acting. I'm not going to be like, Daisy, stop acting like that. You can't be. I would never be like that. Is she talking crazy shit? Is she talking like that to me? So no, is she talking like that to Keith, who's being nothing but sweet. She was talking about stealing food, and Keith was like, well, maybe stealing food isn't the best idea. I'm sure that she realized that's what he was talking about, and she didn't like that. Well, Daisy, we don't like you stealing food, and we're not going to sit here and enable that at this point. Uh-huh. So thank you, Sluggos girl, for coming in and giving me support because I need it. And people from our past might actually know what's going on right now, and Sluggos girl does. So I'm going to read this again. You're a good person. Let her go. You don't need her in your life or on your streams. Well, I'll tell you what, it's been a lot past couple weeks since I have gotten back with her. It's overtaken my mind a lot. I was a lot calmer before I started talking to her again, before she started calling me at 6 a.m. again every day. I'm going to be honest, I don't even pick up that phone. You know how many times I could have streamed with her this past week? Janny calls me a clout demon. If I was a clout demon, that girl would have been on my stream every day this week, at least once a day. And she would have been, and she could have been. Okay. I was protecting myself and her and our friendship and our children because I care about her children and I am in touch with her mother. And I got to make some big decisions here. Don't I, guys? Don't I? And it doesn't need to be anything public, does it? It needs to be the right thing, right? I can still love her from afar, but if I'm bringing her on my streams, that's kind of as much as I'm giving her a dish to say, hey, come on here and show everybody how much you've grown. Show us what you've learned. Show us how you're doing better. She kind of just takes that dish and just throws it in our face, doesn't she? It's kind of just like, well, I'm doing a little bit better, but fuck you, you white devil. And it's like, holy shit, man. I don't understand why she can't just agree with other people not agreeing with her. And that's not going to be okay. I would help someone, but they must calm down first. We as taxpayers pay her way, but yet we are the white devil. Yeah, that really bothers me because look, she talks about market economy all the time, and that pisses me off because market economy is the reason I live in this beautiful house. Is because my husband has very good work ethics and works a very good job. Okay, I can't work now because of some mental things going on with me. I'm very lucky that my husband works very hard for both of us. But no, we need market economy, and as taxpayers, my husband and I are paying for people like Daisy to treat us like that, and that's not okay. If Daisy really was intelligent as she says she is, she would say that. She would say, "Thank you, yuppies, for putting money on my EBT card. Thank you, white people, for being so nice to me." I can't deal with anything else but that, you guys. I know you were, Keith, and that's why I stuck up for you, Keith. I don't know. I don't know what else to say here. You know, my clippers are gonna clip me and say, "Yeah, she was a fucking asshole. You know, Cleveland's a fucking asshole." And then, you know, the people that understand me are gonna be like, you know, "Jennifer, Daisy's an asshole. Get her out of your life." Um, I have all of that to deal with, right? Right, really, right? And also, Muggsy's in hospice. He had a seizure 3 days ago. That's going on with me. I have a lot going on. I don't really know how to deal with this. I'm publicly compartmentalizing it with y'all right now because it just happened publicly, right? You guys are a part of it. Keith's a part of it. Um, but we all have to admit what's really going on here. I got to be real honest with y'all. I can be her friend, but I am not going to enable her anymore. I'm not. If she's not able to properly talk to me and chat is an adult and with respect of our choices, I certainly am not going to enable her bad choices. Okay? And I can still love her. But yes, this might be a little much for me on stream. Because I'm going to want to correct her at this point, and I don't think she's going to be able to be corrected. And I'm not a clout demon. I'm not looking for clout. I'm not looking to use her as a stepping stone to make my channel better. Actually, I'm sad this happened today. Actually, I didn't live stream with her for the past couple days because I kind of thought this would happen because she'd been on one. Every time I talk to her, it's a lot of that. Okay. And so I wasn't really wanting to put that on the stream. And that's all Keith was trying to do. Oh, Sluggo's girl. I think you're right, Sluggo's girl. I'm gonna put it up. I think you're right. Look, and I was having problems, you know. I'm still getting clipped by people like Janny. I'm still getting, you know, harassed, all that shit. But yeah, since Daisy and I made up, there's been a little extra on my mind. And I kind of thought that she would take something off my mind. I thought, oh, I have a girlfriend again that I could talk to. And this will be nice. And believe me, when we do talk on the phone privately, she will give me the first 5 minutes and she will say, "How are you, goddess? What is going on?" But even like today on the stream, I'll tell her what's going on. Well, here's what's going on. I'm feeling like this. I'm feeling upset about Muggsy. It was just like what she did to me today. Well, let's reframe that. I don't want you to tell me how you're feeling upset about Muggsy. I want you to tell me in this. And it's just like, oh, can't I just fucking talk to you, man? Can't I just. So, no, I can't. You were happy and fun till the day Daisy came back in your life. Yeah, I kind of feel part of that's true, Sluggers Girl. I kind of feel part of that's true. But I was trying to reach out to this girl again and be a friend to her. And selfishly, I also wanted a friend. Okay. I'm not running around with a bunch of girlfriends here, right? Every other girlfriend I've made online has been an asshole, taking my page down, has been a meth addict, whatever, Uh, friends don't come easily, right? So I figured, well, maybe right now I'm mature enough. I've been doing well enough that maybe I could handle a friend right now. And I really thought I could. But this week I haven't felt like I've been a good friend to her. I don't. I feel like I've been walking on eggshells about this. I feel like I've been not streaming it with her when she wanted to stream with me because I was afraid of this. I feel like every time I tried to talk to her about her real life and my real life, it got minimized into some sort of hair flip, which I love a hair flip and let's get crazy, but can we be real too? And if you can't be real, then I don't really have the patience and the time to be fun with you. You got to be real and down with me first for me to be fun with you. And this is getting awful, all kinds of sloppy and all kinds of icky to me. What you also don't know is I was given an ultimatum. Okay. I haven't talked about this. The only person who knows about this is Skip because Skip was sitting there while I had the phone like this and she was screaming at me and I wasn't saying anything. And Skip was going, just say yes, just say yes, just say yes. And I was like, I can't, Skip. I can't say yes to this. And he's like, just say yes. She's been yelling on the phone for 45 minutes, Jennifer. What was she yelling about? You cannot talk to my mother anymore. Well, I never wanted to talk to her mother in the first place, okay? She made me call her mom a year ago to try to talk to her children. Okay, so I did that. Her children wanted nothing to do with her, nor did her mom. They want to stay by the restraining order, and they don't want anything to do with her because they're traumatized and hurt, and she won't stop what she's doing. And so then I did, things, how they worked out. I did stop speaking to Daisy, and I talked to her mom more. And then her mom needed some help with Chris, the 14-year-old, because Chris was talking to another YouTuber, Bombay Beach, the asshole. And Chris needed a little attention to understand the difference between YouTube trolls and the news that's actually covering people in real life. Okay. So I had to put that out there. So I'm a little more concerned about these kids and the mother right now than how she's feeling because she spent 45 minutes the other day screaming at me that I was not allowed to speak to her mom. I was not allowed to ever talk to her mom again. And I told her, I said, well, the only thing your mom and I really talk about are politics and opera and chihuahuas. We don't really talk about you, Days, because we really don't. Well, you're not allowed to, because if I can't see my children, then my mom can't talk to you. And you tell her I said that. And you call her right now and you tell her that you are not allowed to talk to her until Daisy sees her children. I said, I'm not going to do that, Daisy. You're not going to see your children till you stop acting a certain way on the beach. She's like, no, you have to stop. So this went on. Okay. And I ended up collapsing mostly because Skip was sitting here and tired of on his fucking hour off. He had to sit here and listen to that. So just say yes, for God's sake. So I said, okay, Lindsay, I won't ever talk to your mom again. Do you know that when I got off the phone with her, she sent me 8 messages back, texting me saying, I didn't mean that. You can talk to my mom about politics if you want. I haven't talked to her mom either way. I wasn't going to call her mom and say, I've never talked to you. I wasn't going to do anything. I like her mom. So I wasn't going to do anything. I certainly wasn't going to put her mom through that torture of that conversation, for fuck's sake. Fuck. I want a Valium. We got this. I just want to thank you, Sluggo's girl, for coming in here and supporting me. I appreciate that. Sluggo's and a girl and I were not friends, on as chatters. We were at each other's asses for a while. And anybody in that old chat I wanted to be friends with still. Recently, a couple other girls came over here and I thought they were coming over to be friends with me, and they were just coming over here to troll me. So that kind of hurt my feelings a little bit because I did want to be friends with them. But the fact that you came over here, Sluggo's girl, after you and I did have a little bit of beef and you're being so nice to me, I want to thank you for that because I needed it and you're being very kind and you do know the situation a lot more than a lot of these other people even watching do because you've been watching and you understand, so you know about it. So thank you. Um, 200 milligrams, 4 pieces, 50 milligrams. It's a lot to chew, right? This is why I make the drinks all the time. It's a lot to chew. Ugh. But this is the day. This is the day we're gonna have a gummy because fuck, man. So I digress. I digress. What can I do? Again, just like when I gave that other fucking YouTuber my password, she took my channel down. My fault, right? My fault. Okay, today's my fault. I kind of knew this week wasn't good and that things were not perfection. And maybe I should get a couple things ironed out with her before I brought it on stream because I didn't want to embarrass her. And I don't want you guys to hate on her either. Let's remember she does have mental illness. She is in a mental health facility. She's not in an apartment. Okay. She's in a mental health facility that has wraparound care. She says it numerous times, but I don't know if you guys really hear that. Okay. She really doesn't know right from wrong. And that was wrong of me to not see that and think that I could talk to her normally. So I'm apologize to you guys, YouTube. And I feel a little sad. And I'm getting a little emotional. Because I feel like an asshole. We can do. I'm not gonna enable this girl to be an asshole. Not. I'm not gonna enable this girl to not be with her children or her family anymore. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. I'm sad. I'm sad that she hasn't come as far as I thought she had. I'm sad that we can't meet on any type of ground other than such a shallow situation of it, I mean, that's all fun and games, but it's just that. It's just fun and games. And that's not why it's not why I live stream, and it's not why I'm her friend. It's not. So I apologize to you. I should have done better. I should have not had her on live stream. I should have worked all this out beforehand with her and made sure that her and I were on the same page before I brought her on my stream. I don't want anyone to think bad about her because she is working on life as much as she can work on it. And me putting her on my stream, I mean, I can't compare her life to mine, right? I got my shit together. As much as y'all might think I don't, I do. And it wasn't fair of me to put her in this position again. I just think I did enable her. I did. So I'm glad I was able to shut that down. Or did she shut it down? I'm not sure. I think we both kind of shut it down. I know she sent me a text right afterwards. She'll talk to me later, goddess. She's going to yoga. I know every single time she talks to me and conversations get hard, she's going to yoga. I also know that she doesn't know how to do one fucking move of yoga. I also know that she's banned from every yoga studio in Santa Monica and Venice. So I doubt that that was real. That's another blow off tactic that I just get. So there's a lot going on there, guys. And it is what it is. We're going to take this one step by step. I'll try to talk to her privately, and I don't think that will go well. I will put her on my stream again because I know that won't go well. I know that her and I are not on the same page in our beliefs and that she can't handle other people having their own beliefs without judging them. So I am going to have to remove myself a little bit. I don't mean to get emotional. I'm sorry, you guys. But if you understood what a bitch was going through, if you only knew, it's a lot. And then you put Daisy on top of it. And let's say I was using Daisy to get my YouTube channel to blow up or for clout. It'd be so easy. I'd be sitting here laughing right now. But no, I'm sad. I'm sad for this girl. And I'm sad that I literally can't get through to her. So all these conversations that I had planned, this friendship that I have in mind, it won't happen because it can't. The only thing that can happen are these repetitive behaviors and these repetitive 5 sentences. I'm sad for us both too. Sluggles Girl says, just continue being you. Funny pot smoking silly girl, a real person. Don't let Daisy bring you down. Thanks, Sluggles Girl. I appreciate that more than you know, girl. Thank you. Using Daisy for clout. I think everyone prefers your solo streams. Well, I think that too. But you know my haters, and they all say, I'm such a piece of shit and all the other things. And, that's the only reason I would stream with Daisy because I'm using her for clout, or I use everybody for clout. I've never used anybody for clout. What's happened is I became a live streamer. Look, if you work, and I always relate it to the hospital. I do this with Steve's Alive all the time. If you work in a hospital, you're going to be friends with the other people that work in the hospital. Whether you're a doctor, you're going to be friends with the other doctors. I always say Stevie's head surgeon. I became friends with head surgeon when I was a janitor down there, okay? You're going to become friends with these people. I become friends with all these other live streamers and these regular creators, other IP2 people. It's just every single one of them. It's been a goddamn nightmare. TBH. Brutal. TBH. Every fucking single one of them. It's been a goddamn nightmare. Not one of them can be real or authentic. And I'm the one stealing clout. I'd like to see some one of these people just come to my level. Really. Please. Please. Begging for some authenticity on this fucking YouTube streets, people. Someone. And I appreciate you saying that. Daisy's wheelchair. Frustrated form of clout. Yeah. If I'm a clout demon, if I'm, that's what my clipper, that other clipper, Janny, that's all he puts up about me is I'm old. I faked my cancer. I use this for clout. I took my own channel down. Can you imagine if I did any of that shit? Well, what kind of asshole? But I have to take that into consideration because that is my life. I do every single stream get clipped. I do every single stream get hated, harassed. My words get turned around. So with this whole Daisy thing, I know a lot of people would have shut this stream down, already. But I want to work this out. Let's fucking go through this, okay? So there's nothing left. So that I am so aware when I end this live stream where I'm sitting, you guys are aware. I'm not just going to be like, oh, I don't know what's going on and end the live. No, I'm pretty sure what we're going to do here. Aren't you guys? We're going to be responsible, right? We're going to be responsible. And what I just said, I loved her, right? I said she's my friend and I love her. So what is the best thing for me to do if I love her as my friend? To not enable her, right? To walk away again, but not in a mean way. I could be there for her privately if she needs me, but I can't be there privately even for these conversations. Can't she ever just say hi? What's up? What the fuck? Hi, Skippy. No, I'm not done. I'm still streaming. Hold on, though. I'll unstream. Give me 5, okay? What? Why? Are you going somewhere else? You're gonna get us food? I'm not very hungry. Not yet. Why don't you just come down and smoke one with me? I'll tell you a funny story that just happened. Skippy to the rescue. So what do you think? What do you think he's gonna say about this, you guys? He's gonna say exactly what y'all are saying. He's gonna say exactly what he's always said. I'm gonna try to do the right thing this time, you guys. I'm gonna try to do the right thing this time. I know what I'm gonna do is I am gonna call her mother this afternoon, and I'm gonna get a little support from her mother because her mother's very smart. She knows her very well, and she doesn't take any of this bullshit. Okay, none of it affects her because she's been dealing with it since Lindsay was 3. So when Lindsay kind of makes me feel like this, I think I can kind of turn to her mom right now and have her mom be like, you know what? And, I asked her mom, I said, what do you think about me getting back into this? She said, well, you could fall back into it again. And I knew exactly what she meant, but I knew that I wasn't going to do that for Lindsay's sake, for Susan's sake, for Chris, Dylan, and Rose's sake, and for me and Skippy's sake. Yeah, call her mother for sure. And I will do that not to be like, listen to what happened. I'll be like, you were right. And she needs a lot of work, man. So that makes me sad. That doesn't make me. God bless you. This guy's sneezing his mind off. You got the sneezies? What's happening? Oh, Mugamoo sneezing. I'm gonna call her mom and just kind of get this off my chest a little bit. It'll be nothing other than what I've told you guys. I'm gonna have to separate myself a little bit, and that's what a friend would do. I will tell her these words privately that I've told you. Will she even be able to get through the sentences? Probably not. She'll probably have to go to yoga, but she knows what I'm saying. Okay. Somewhere deep down in there, she knows what I'm saying, and that's why she ran out of chat today. And that's sad. So let's all wish better for her, and let's all wish her health and love. You say I like her mom. Yeah, I like her mom too. Her mom's really cool. Her mom works 9 to 5, 5 days a week to take care of those 2 boys. She couldn't afford to keep Rose. That's why Rose is in foster care. People are under the impression that Susan got all of Eugene Fedor's money. She didn't. Eugene Fedor married another woman on his deathbed, a 3rd woman. That's the woman that got all the money. So that's the real story. Susan didn't get anything. She's had to work very hard to take care of those children. And as of a week ago, she had Daisy knocking on her door again, and I was aware of it. And I couldn't even talk to you guys about it. I wouldn't put Daisy on my stream because of it. I was sick by it. So now I know what I have to do, and I have to love her from afar. I have to try to be real with her on the phone that, oh, bless you, my little one. Somebody got the sneezes this morning. We're going to do the right thing. And I'm going to thank you all for having my back today. And at the end of the day, you guys are having her back too. And even more than having her back, if you're even being mean about it, you're having her mom and her kids back. So thank you. I want us all to do the right thing here. We're going to try real hard. I don't think there'll be any more streams. I don't think there'll be any more hair flipping because I don't think that's appropriate. Do you? So I want to thank you all. Let me put you down. Let me put you down, Mr. Sneezy Poos. I want to thank you for all of you coming to this stream today. I'm going to give a special out again to Sluggo's girl. It means a lot. I think you're a very smart girl. I mean, duh. You saw through my shit. And I appreciate you. And I appreciate you knowing me and my past. And I appreciate the nice things you said about me today. Thank you. Um, Basil, I'm going to put this up last. Maybe she will apologize to you. That she will not, Basil. That she will not. She doesn't know she did anything. She thinks that we have done something to her. She is mad that I was defending Keith and that I was defending the white man because she knows that's not right. So that's kind of that, okay? Because I am very white and I am very proud, okay? And I am not going to say that my race is bad because she has problems, okay? Not. I'm not going to say that Keith did anything bad because she has problems. We're going to have one last thing from Keith. Let's bring it in. Keith? Daisy, may you just automatically and naturally find your path to your deepest peace and comfort more with every healing breath. Yes, Daisy, can we please focus on what the real meaning of a goddess is? What the real meaning of what a healing is? Look, now I'm getting text from Emmy. Emmy wants to know, is everything okay? I'll hit you up after this, Emmy. We're gonna be okay. You know what's up. Okay, so Emmy is the new wife of Jeff. Sweet, sweet. Sweet, sweet Jeff is who bought Daisy's butt and hips. So I'm still in touch with Emmy through TikTok. She must be watching my stream because she's texting me wanting to know if everything's okay. So I'm still in touch with these people. As you know, these people are not in touch with Daisy because they can't be, but yet us people all kind of talk about everything behind the scenes because we still care. And we kind of support each other. So that's what Emmy's doing right now, is supporting me, and I appreciate that. Thank you, Emmy. It's a weird world, isn't it? It's a weird, strange world, YouTube. I love you guys. Emmy says she's sending me hugs with purple hearts. Okay, thank you, Emmy. And love to you and to sweet, sweet Jeff. Can you imagine? They already know what I'm going through. Jeff already knows what I'm going through. Right? Right. So I'm going to end the stream. I'm going to go hang out with Skippy and Muggsy. I'm going to wait till Daisy calls me to talk to her. Okay. And I'm going to try to push this out of my mind. And when she does call me, I'm going to say exactly this. There will be no, hey, goddess. There will be no hair flipping. There will be bam, bam, and bam. Daisy, I love you. You are my friend. I need you to be real with me. I need you to treat me like an equal. I need you to hear me that I do not stand by stealing, cutting in line, screaming your speeches, antagonizing people, making people uncomfortable, all this shit. No. We need to stop that shit. We need to be a big girl, put our big girl pants off, take off our superhero cape, put our big girl pants on, and be a big girl, and stop this shit, and stop filming, and go see your kids. Because I'm not going to film you anymore, Daisy, because you hurt my feelings, and you hurt my chat's feelings, and I think you're probably hurting a lot of people. So let's not do that anymore. Let's be healers. Let's raise our vibration. Let's ascend. Let's be the bigger person. Let's do the right thing. I'm going to try real hard to do that, okay? Thank you guys for coming in. Thank you guys for supporting me. Thank you for listening. Thank you for hearing. I'll talk to you later. Thank you, Sluggos Girl, for coming in. You're the highlight of my stream, and that's the truth. Be good people. Try to do the right thing. I'm going to fucking take a minute today and catch myself. And we're going to reframe this. Okay? Thank you, YouTube, for being real and authentic with me. And I'm going to give that back to you. I love you guys.